Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So it has been a while, but I am back and I'm here to be filming another plan with me for the week of November the 11th to the 17th of November. So again, I've been gone for a while. I actually filmed last week, but I just did not have time to edit it, so I decided to just scrap the video as a whole. Here's the spread for reference, but yeah, I just didn't get a chance to really edit the footage, and I didn't even really write anything at the end of the day because I just honestly didn't use my planner last week. But this is a brand new week and I'm here. I'm going to be using this kit from Cinderella paper titled Red, and this is one of their ultimate kits in matte and the skin tone dark, and it comes with 8 sheets. It comes with full boxes, ombre heart checklists, headers, little things, glitter headers and functional stickers, habit trackers, half boxes and day covers, and washi. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this kit. I haven't used like a super fall oriented kit, and this was just giving it to me. I love how dark it is and how red it is and how it just screams fall. And also it kind of screams a little bit of winter because I see some snow like in this house, and it's just like a nice little Red Riding Hood vibe and theme. So I'm not gonna take too much time. Again, I think I've listed everything about the kit, so we're just gonna start laying these stickers down. And I think I want to lay down the washi first. So yeah, first and foremost, again, like I stated, I've been kind of MIA with content creation. This YouTube my channel kind of was on a halt. I kind of just disappeared off the face of the earth with everything, even on like Instagram and stuff. Like, I just really haven't been posting. I haven't felt motivated to do so, and I don't know, I'm still low-key not motivated. Like, it's taking a lot out of me to film this. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but I was like, you know what, I need to get back into my groove. I need to get back into my grind and not allow whatever little stuff is happening to stop me from, you know, creating content. So here I am. Hopefully this will be up, hopefully this will be up by Monday, which it's Sunday right now, so I'm hoping to film this or edit this as soon as I'm done filming. And yeah, so I'm just gonna start laying down these date covers and not take y'all's time. So in my last video that I never even edited or posted, and I literally deleted the footage, but anyway, I explained in that video that I was going to a conference, and that conference is now over. We just got back, like me and my group, we just got back literally like 2 hours ago, and I just spent these past 2 hours like just tidying up my room and like unpacking my stuff and whatever. So I attended the National Association of African American Honors Programs conference in New Orleans, Louisiana. It was my first time ever being in New Orleans, and let me tell you, I need to go back because I had the most fun. It was just such a beautiful city, and like I just want to go back like another time, like when it's warm, like in the summer, so I can really enjoy, like just get the full experience. So like I walked Bourbon Street. One night was literally so cold it felt like winter, and like a lot of us got sick that night because we were out anyway. But yeah, it was a lot. So, and then Friday night, which we went out again. We went out like literally every single night because hey, you're already in the city, you may as well just explore. So yeah, it was a little bit better that Friday night. We got there on Wednesday, and you know what, let me just give you all the rundown of my silly AF life. So the bus to my school, or the bus at my school was leaving, or it left at 4:30 in the morning. And I had my alarm set. I was like, all right, cool, bet that's super early. That's earlier than I normally wake up. I'm tired. I'm gonna start laying down these full boxes, by the way, and I think I'm gonna lay them down in the center. So yeah, I just start my process of, you know, unpacking or whatever, making sure my research presentation was, you know, ready and done and all that. And it was about like, by the time I'd finished everything, it was about like 2 a.m. and I was so sleepy. I was like honestly contemplating, I was like, is there even a point of me sleeping? Like I don't think that's a smart thing to do. I do it anyway, and my alarms are set. I have an alarm set for 3 and 3:15, and I already feel like you have an idea of where this story is about to go. I should have set more. I honest to God thought I would wake up, but I did not. So I overslept, and I missed the bus that was going to take us to the airport in Baltimore. And for context, where our university is it's more than 2 hours away from Baltimore. So I wake up at 6 a.m. literally like on the dot, 6 a.m. on the dot. I'm like having a panic attack. I wake up to like 40 missed calls from my friends. My friends are texting me like, are you stupid? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, how did you manage to do this on all days, like of all days, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like freaking TF out. Like, I'm like hyperventilating at this point because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting left. I'm not gonna be able to attend this conference and all of that. So I'm like, at this point, like, this is literally like 30 seconds into me waking up. I just break down into tears and I'm like freaking out. So then I call my father, who is 30 minutes away from my university. So I live on campus, but home is like literally 30 minutes away. I just choose to live on campus because I love my independence, love my family, love my independence. I really enjoy being independent. So yeah, I call him, I'm like hysterical, I'm like freaking out. He's like, good morning, like, how are you? And I'm like, I'm not good. I overslept. And he's like, are you serious? I hear my mother in the background, like being a dramatic African mother, like yelling, like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. So to cut a long story short, he comes 30 minutes later because it's about a 30-minute drive. So he like speeds down to my university's campus and just does what he can to get me to the airport. So the flight is at like 9:45, I believe. Yes, the flight was at 9:45. So, hold up, 1 second. I'm gonna start laying these bad boys down. So the flight is at 9:45. We leave out at 6:30. It's like we're really short on time, and I'm like really freaking out. Like, I do not want to miss this flight. I do not want to have my parents have to pay for a one-way ticket because of my silly mistake. And I'm just like praying, literally praying, like, oh, dear God, like, I know I'm an idiot. I know that I'm not the best person in the universe sometimes, but like, let me catch this flight, please. So we're making really good time. And for those of you who aren't familiar, which I'm assuming like none of you are familiar, there's a bridge that connects where I'm from to the other side of Maryland, which is like what I consider the cool side of Maryland. And it has about 2 lanes, and the lane that was going to Baltimore had construction work. So one of the lanes was completely closed, so we go at a standstill, and it's like 8 something at this point. Like, I'm starting to bite my nails. I'm starting to freak out. My dad's starting to freak out. We're just moving at a snail's pace, and it's like time is really running out for me. So I'm just kind of resigned. Like, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to do. I'm just keeping my people updated, like telling them where I'm at. I don't think I'm gonna make it at this point, but I'm just like not expressing that because I don't want to just upset myself more. So yeah, I'm gonna start laying down the glitter headers. So I just try and think positively. I start praying to myself quietly, like, dear God, like, please, again, it's me. I know I'm not the bestest person ever, but like, if you will let me like catch this flight, I will be eternally grateful. And yeah. So we finally make it off the bridge, and then we start making good time again. And then before we know it, I make it to the airport, and it's like 9. It's basically 9 o'clock at this point. I still haven't checked my luggage or anything yet. But I check my luggage, I managed to check my luggage, I managed to get my boarding pass, all of that. Then I get into TSA, but then I get into the wrong line in the TSA. So I have to start all over again in the TSA line. So now I'm like panicking again, trying super hard to keep my composure, but like, it's not working. But yeah, so that happened. So I finally make it through TSA, and I make it on the plane, like with literally 10 minutes to spare, to cut the longest story short. So literally like 10 minutes after I sat down, the plane started moving, and it was the closest call ever. But it honestly just threw my whole day off. Like, I was like so upset with myself. I was just upset with like, I just felt just really frustrated. So like, naturally, like the crybaby I am, I start like crying. Like, I would say it's like 3 o'clock at this point. I just literally start crying. Like, I'm just over it. I'm over the day. I'm like, I kind of want to go home. Maybe I shouldn't have gone on this trip. Whatever. But I get over myself, and I just, whatever. So the conference started that Wednesday evening, And the hotel that we stayed at in New Orleans was literally a 20-minute walk from the hotel that the conference was located in. I don't know if our school kind of got like confused or messed up or what, but it was annoying. So we had a 20-minute walk basically. So yeah, that was difficult. It got tiring walking back and forth. So the first night of the conference was just like an opening ceremony or whatever, and we just like kind of like an orientation of like, oh, what to expect, and you know, the events that are going to be going on, and like it's cute, it's nice, it's whatever. And then like there's supposed to be a mixer. Me and a couple of people from our group are kind of just like not feeling the mixer. We kind of just wanted to go back and just like decompress because it's been a long day. So I decided to do that. And then like a few minutes after that, like, or I would say like an hour or so after that, like the rest came back and we're like, yeah, we kind of ditched it too. Let's go out. So we decided to go out on the town a little bit, just explore the area and just have a lot of fun, which we did before like the real conference started. So the first night, it got better. It was cool and stuff. But now let's just talk about the conference in itself. I can't even sit here and lie. The conference in itself was not a good experience for me personally, and for the rest of our group personally. There was just a lot of things wrong. And as someone who attended this conference last year, except it was in Charlotte and it was hosted by a different university, it was just like such a completely different experience. Like last year was like pretty smooth, like everything just like went great. There was nice professional development workshops and like opportunities for students to really connect with each other. Whereas I felt like this year was kind of just super like disorganized. Nobody really seemed to, not us students, but just like even like the whole, it's hard to explain if you weren't there, but the vibe was just off. It just felt really like nonchalant. The first night, they didn't even have the schedule printed out properly. There wasn't even an official booklet. There was just nothing. Nobody knew when they were going when. There was just lots of confusion. My name in itself wasn't even anywhere in any of the program. So I'm like, I don't know when I'm going on, I don't know when I'm presenting. And then from our end, from our honors program, which was like a slight mistake that was easily fixable, my name, I was like in the wrong presentation category. So I tried to clear that up with the director, and like I got her contact information, we were texting back and forth. She was like, oh, like when do you want to go? Like when do you want to do your research? And the slot was from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So I was like, let me go at like 11:30 to 12 so I'll have more time to prepare and all that jazz. So I select that time and it's like, all right, cool, bet. So then Thursday morning, which was the following day, we walked there to register because registration wasn't even on the official day of the opening program, if you can believe that. And then we're all kind of just like, all right, cool. So like, I'm trying to figure out when I'm going because once again, even though we've already cleared this up, my name is still nowhere to be found on the schedule. And she was like, oh, well, you're number 10 in the thing. But I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Like, what time does that mean? And like, there was just no clear answer. It was just a lot of confusion. So I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna go on Friday. But the thing with Friday is that if I presented on Friday, which I did, I was not able to compete for the grand prize, which at that point I didn't even care anymore. I was like, fine, like screw it, it's whatever at this point. So I wasn't able to present to compete. So we literally walked there just to register, and then we just walked back, and we were all over it for the day. We're like, yeah, we're not going back there. Screw it. They just are not reciprocating the energy that we would like to see from a professional conference. So we dipped out, and we just kind of spent the rest of the day decompressing and like relaxing, and then we went out again. And then Friday morning, which was the morning that everyone else in the competition, or everyone else from my group, they did poster board presentations because they were STEM majors, or they are STEM majors, like most everybody in our group. So, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm like not even talking about this anymore. I laid the glitter headers, now I'm laying down the half boxes. All right, cool. Sorry. So yeah, and then we start. Their poster board presentations are like from 8 or like 7:30 to like 12, and I don't have to go on till like 1 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna lay back for a while, and I'm gonna stay in the hotel, and I'm gonna walk with my friend who is the president of the Honor Student Association at my school. So she was just on the trip to represent the school and to just help out and stuff. So she didn't have anything to present. So she was just there to be there, which was awesome. So we walked together around like 10:45, 11-ish, because there was also a career fair. So I went to the career fair. The career fair was nice. It was cute. I got to connect with a few schools and potentially talk about getting my MBA once I graduate, and which is a scary thought because that's low-key sooner than I realized. But anyway, yeah. So after the career fair, there was a little portion where we got LinkedIn headshots, and that was cool. That was dope. And then now I'm laying down these tracker thingy-mabobbers right here. So then it was cool. It was dope. And then I like getting a LinkedIn headshot. I like the way my LinkedIn headshots came out. I really think that they're just gonna reflect nicely once they get sent to us. And then 1 o'clock comes, and I'm like, oh crap, all right, cool, bet, it's time for my presentation. Like, let's go, let's do this thing. I'm like hyped at this point. I'm ready to get it over with. Only to go into the room, and it's like, there's barely any people in there. There's no moderators or judges as they're supposed to be. Even though we're not competing, they're still supposed to be moderators that, you know, introduce themselves and just keep order in the room as students present. And time keeps going and time keeps going. And there's this girl from one university, and she was like, you know what, like, I'm not waiting any longer. I'm gonna present my research, and we're just gonna keep it pushing, because like, who wants to stay in here? So there was one man from, I'm like just saying from a university, because I honest to God do not remember every single university, but he was an older man. He was like, you know what, like, all right, cool, let's, you know, let's just present your research, and whatever happens with these judges or whatever, like, we'll figure that out later. So people start presenting the research. And mind you, I'm supposed to be number 2 in the thing. Check the schedule. Again, I'm nowhere to be found, so I'm frustrated again. Okay, so before we get back into the story, I'm gonna start working on this section right here, and I'm gonna kind of think about it, because I'm still not sure, 100% sure what I want to do. Okay, so I'm gonna be taking this header that says this week, and I'm gonna be placing it underneath the girl. Did I mention how beautiful this girl is? Like, oof, let's come through. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be laying that down, and I'm gonna be taking this habit tracker, or this date habit tracker thingy, and I'm gonna lay it right underneath. And I'm going to be taking a to-do sticker, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I'm gonna take a to-do sticker. And yeah, I'm gonna lay that right here. If I can get this down. And then I'm going to be taking the other weekly thing, and I'm just gonna lay it down again right underneath it. So back to my story. Yeah, so I'm supposed to be number 2. Once again, I'm nowhere to be found. Surprise, surprise. I'm just getting frustrated at this point. Everyone in my group is getting frustrated for me. So I have to kindly tell everybody, like, in the room, like, hey, like, I don't mean to, like, I don't want to cut in front of nobody, but like, I was supposed to be number 2 in the schedule, but I'm just nowhere to be found. Everyone was super nice about it and super okay. A group went in front of me, but I was number 3 at the end of the day. So while I'm in the middle, or I'm done like presenting my research, I'm finally done, I'm over it or whatever. So now every person that does their research gets like a Q&A session where, you know, they can answer questions, that perspective that students have. So people from my school, like, you know, for moral support, were asking me questions, and like, I was answering them, and it was nice. And then like, I was probably like maybe a minute and a half into answering questions, and then a man he was an honors director from like a different university, and I know the university, but I'm not even gonna say the name, because like, what's the point? And he just basically raises his hand, and I'm like, yes, you know, like, I thought he had a question to answer. And he was like, excuse me, can you please wrap your presentation up so that the rest of my students can basically, like, you know, present their research? And I'm so taken aback. Everyone in the room is taken aback. Everyone is just like looking like like, what the heck? Like, did you really just say that? And I'm just so taken aback. I don't even realize like what's happening in the moment. Like, I just said, what? And he like repeated himself, and I was just like, okay. And I kind of just like started packing myself up and going. Like, I was like kind of sort of really irked, and like, I didn't realize to the extent of how disrespectful it was, and like how like really like not okay it was, until like afterwards. there was one girl in the room, she's like, everyone, could you please give her a round of applause? And everyone gave me a round of applause. I was very appreciative, but at that point I was over it. I walked out of the room. I was like, I think it's time for me to go. I'm over this conference. I'm over the disrespect. I'm over the disorganization. I'm over just not feeling respected. So my friends were furious for me. I really appreciate, you know, the way that they really rode for me. Like, in that moment, my friend was literally furious. She went back into the room, got the man's contact information, and once he realized what she was doing, he snatched the paper, like he ripped the paper out of her booklet because she wrote his name down. So she wrote his name down, he ripped it out of the thing, but like she got it anyway. Like, it wasn't difficult. Like, he basically said his name and everything. So she caused the scene for me, and like I kind of respect that and I really appreciate it. So, and then once our director of our honors program figured out like what happened, like after everyone told them, like they were furious for me as well. The fact that I was disrespected, and it was just, it wasn't giving me conference vibes. It was just giving me super disorganized, super lazy, super just not, it was just, I was disappointed. And as someone who attended the conference last year, like it was such a letdown. Like last year was amazing. I didn't like the location of last year as much because it was in Charlotte, North Carolina, so there wasn't really much for us to do. There wasn't really opportunities to walk around. And yes, I just laid the weekend banner right there, and I'm about to cut like X-Acto some of this excess stickers off to make it more even. But yeah, it was just a really upsetting conference wise. I was just like, this isn't giving me the energy of like a professional conference. I didn't really feel like professionally like I gained much insight and stuff, and like I didn't really connect with any students because I was honestly not here for any of the student events, the mixers and all of that. They just, and I don't think any of the students around us were feeling it either. Like everyone just seemed disinterested and just like not, they just weren't feeling it. And I'm in the same boat as them where it's just like, yeah, I don't know about this. And like you could feel it in the air that everyone was kind of just like, sure. Like, yeah, we're here, I guess, but like we're in NOLA, like that's dope. Like had we had the conference experience that we had like in a city like Charlotte, like for example, where we couldn't really go out and explore, it would have been miserable. It literally would have been miserable, and I would have been like, I just want to go home. I'm thankful that we were in a location like New Orleans where like it's a very touristy area, and we had a lot to do outside of the conference area. So I'm gonna start laying down these and kind of just stack them up until this is totally covered, because I really like the axe. It's like cute, and the gingham, I'm here for it. So yeah, that was basically my experience, but me and my friends made our own fun. We were walking Bourbon Street. We just made the most of the situation, and we walked there Bourbon Street. We toured the area. Oh my gosh, and we went to a Rico Nasty concert. That was so much fun. So Xavier University was having their homecoming. So for their homecoming artists, like Rico Nasty was the headliner. So I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go see Rico Nasty, because why wouldn't we go see Rico Nasty? So we saw Rico Nasty. The crowd was super duper dry. I'm like, that's literally Rico Nasty standing in front of you, and like you don't seem interested at all. Weirdos. Okay, sure. Like me and my friends were hype AF, but everyone else was just like dry, and I was like, all right, like y'all kind of suck. But we made our own fun. We made the most of the situation, and we just did what we had to do. Actually, I'm really hating the way this looks. This is bothering me. So I'm gonna fix this. Yes, I'm gonna fix this. And actually, I think I'm done laying everything down. And if I add anything, I'm gonna let you all know. So I'm gonna take this time to cut the camera and start writing in things that I know that I need to get done, because again, like I explained, it's faster for me to write it down and then zoom in and then tell you guys as I go along. So yeah, I will see you all in like 2 seconds. Peace. All right, you guys, I am back. I have written everything that I want to achieve for the week, and I have zoomed you all in. Hopefully you guys can see. So we're gonna go from left to right, and I'm gonna start from this week right here. And for this, I just posted basically the most important thing that I kind of want to get done for that day. So for Monday, my most important thing is posting this plan with me on all of my socials, Instagram and YouTube. I forgot to film a TikTok. I told myself I was going to film a TikTok and I literally forgot, but that's okay. So yes, and for Tuesday, my most important thing was bake, because I have a bake sale the following morning. And then for Wednesday, I put WOD Day, which is one of my student organizations called Women of Distinction. So that's the day where we have our bake sale and we have our meeting. So that's basically just the biggest thing of the day. Thursday, I think the biggest thing that I wrote was just like my assignments, just making sure everything is done before the weekend. And then for Friday, I put social media, so just like making sure all my social media is in check and making sure that I'm updating my content properly. And actually let Saturday and Sunday blank, because just Saturdays and Sundays are very subjective for me. Like I don't really, like I do a lot, but at the same time I don't. It's just like, I don't know. I just left it blank. And then for my to-do, I decided to leave it blank so that I would, like every morning, or like I would say halfway through the day, kind of just like figuring out the most important thing. So I'll write that as I go along the week. So now that we're on Monday, I hope you guys can see because it's kind of dark. I put in the ombre hearts, I put my 2 classes that I have for the day, which are stats and the scientific methods of business. And then I put check Blackboard, which is our student portal. So just make sure that all my assignments are done or that they have nothing due. And then for the 2, I put post plan with me on YouTube and post plan with me blog post Instagram. I've not posted on my blog in literally months. It's like a mess in terms of just like me not being active on it, and I really need to get back into my grind. So hopefully I can be able to like type up a quick blog post with all the images that I'm going to be taking from this to add onto my YouTube and to link as well. So hopefully that'll be a thing that I get done. So down here I put an asterisk, and it's just gonna say thank you, send thank you emails. So as I mentioned earlier, there was a career fair at the conference and I spoke to a few schools, so I just want to send a thank you email so that they remember my name and to say thank you for the opportunity, thank you for talking with me, hopefully, you know, maybe I'll see you guys in the future, who knows, type thing. So yeah. And then for work, I put that I have work, you might not be able to see that, I put that I have work from 7:45 to 11:30, then I work from 1 to 3, and then I work from 4 to 5:15 all tomorrow. So let me zoom you guys in some more. That's as far as it's gonna zoom. So for my checklist, I put English rough draft due. I have a rough draft like for a paper due tomorrow. I have like marketing for my marketing class. We have online work and it's all due at the end of the semester, and I'm kind of behind, so I have like this goal of like doing at least one assignment a day. And then right here the next one says update notes, because since I've been gone since last Wednesday, all of my notes have not been completed. I've had a friend that was kind enough to send me all the notes for the classes that we have together, so I plan on like getting all those just written down. And then my next one was look for scholarships and internships, because it's getting to that time where I really need to start applying and I haven't yet. And then the next one was catch up on missed work, because that's just something I need to do. And hopefully tomorrow I can get the chance to cook a meal, because I need to stop eating out because it's eating my bank account. All right, Tuesday, my 3 classes, I have business law, marketing, and public speaking. And then next I put check Blackboard again, and then one of my goals was to post at least 1 social media post, so hopefully I'll have a makeup tutorial or makeup something or TikTok or just something done. The workspace is empty because I get my schedule on a daily basis, so I don't know what times I'm working yet, so it's blank. And then again in the but just in the checklist, my to-dos, I have to do 1 marketing assignment, again scholarships and internships, and then bake for bake sale. So Wednesday, 2 classes, stats and scientific methods of business, check Blackboard, another social media post, and then Women of Distinction bake sale. And again, work is empty. And again, marketing assignment, scholarships and internships, and I have a WOD meeting at 7. And again, I'm leaving all these blank because as we all know, like as the days go on and stuff, more things, you know, appear. So I'm leaving that blank so that when things that I need to be written down are written down, I can, you know, write them down. Thursday, business law, marketing, public speaking, check Blackboard, and do 1 social media post. And again, work is empty, marketing assignment, scholarship, and internship. And then for Friday, I have stats, scientific methods of business, check Blackboard, 1 social media post, and Friday is payday. Hallelujah, I need money in my account, please, God. Alright, and then I have marketing assignment, scholarships, and internships. So it pretty much repeated itself. Saturday and Sundays, again, are my weird days. Like, I kind of just leave it blank and, like, let the day guide me. So, yeah, that's empty. And I'm going to zoom you guys out real quick because I think we are done here. So, yeah. that is all I have for you guys for this week. I'm so happy with the way that this kit turned out, and I'm really hoping that you guys are feeling the fall vibes and, you know, the cool vibes. This is low-key like borderline like wintry. Maybe I could have saved it for the last week of November, but it's all right. I'm really into it. I'm like really feeling the vibes of it, and I really hope that you guys are feeling it too. So without further ado, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section down below. And if you guys just have any comments or any feedback, it is greatly appreciated. And hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye.